transfer rule that will allow the remaining transfers to be eligible to play next season. Moving on to the Kentucky side, the Cats are now set to face North Carolina this weekend instead of UCLA in the CBS Sports Classic. The reason being the SEC and the ACC have more closely aligned COVID testing protocols, which makes it for a safer environment. And last but certainly not least, just a reminder that ESPN Louisville Zurich School, what's that? Fell this season, as we'll carry tonight's Thursday night football action between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Started talking about not scheduling them. ESPN 680. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
Splurging on a truly magical gift for your loved one to help turn this emotional year around is a no-brainer at Genesis Diamonds. Now through Christmas Eve on any purchase at Genesis, you get nothing down and pay 0 interest for 5 whole years. That engagement ring, eternity band, or 5-stone ring you've been thinking about is only $100 a month. Diamond pendants and colored gemstones for $50 a month. Even diamond hoops, studs, and stackable rings for just $30 a month. And all with no money down. And if you're thinking of popping the question over the holidays, what a special way to turn this year around. We've expanded our large, rare diamond selection just for you with thousands of new designer rings. You put no money down and you won't pay a dime in interest for 5 whole years. Your special someone deserves that unforgettable holiday moment. And Genesis Diamonds is here with our best financing ever. And our non-commissioned experts are here to help you make it happen. Happy holidays from Genesis Diamonds. Shelbyville Road Plaza. Open this Sunday on approved credit.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
That's his game. They don't get back. Look at the steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Marcus Maben. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marcus in the open floor. Hops incredible. Here comes Maben off the steal. Oh, my goodness.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maben. You're about midway to the midday with Marcus Maben. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Maben. So sit back and relax and watch Maben.
Break it down like this.
Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And people, that Thursday means you're close to the Friday. That Friday means you're close to the game day. And I can feel the vibe. I can feel the energy. I can see you out there. I can hear you out there getting ready to make it happen. James Strebel in the building. Brian Hall in the booth.
That is not true. That's not true at all. This is Steve Rummage. But I am glad to be here. I'm excited. Everything you said kind of took my shtick because that's what I say. So I don't really have anything to say.
Brian,
it's one day closer. I'm excited.
Listen, phoneless Brian Hall in the booth. What's going on, my man?
Yeah, I've had a interesting morning so far, as y'all know. Louisville dog walkers. I was out walking this morning with one of my regular dogs.
How do we contact you at Louisville Dog Walkers again?
Yeah, so LouisvilleDogWalkers.com. You can also get a hold of me. My number is on the website. There's also an email at LouisvilleDogWalkers@gmail.com. So if you need help with any of your dogs through this holiday season.
And he gets your dog in shape. Oh, holiday season. You're right about that. And he gets your dog in shape.
I'm actually on a roll right now. Picked up several new clients. Got walking Bob Valvano's dog from here. His name's Simon. I walk him every day. And then I got a new client that I'm meeting with today for a 2-week sitting. So if you're looking for daily walks for your dog, maybe while you're at work, maybe you don't have the ability to walk your dog and you want to get the dog out there to walk once a day or something like that. Or if you're heading out of town and you need somebody to watch the dogs while they're heading out of town, visit LouisvilleDogWalkers.com and get in touch with me.
So dog story.
It'll be me directly that you get in touch with.
So dog story.
Okay, so the dog story. So This morning, I have a regular client was out there walking. It's 2 labs. One of them's a puppy that's only maybe, I'd say 6 to 8 months old. And he is growing quickly. He almost could fit in my palm when I started walking him. Now he is almost as big as the full-grown lab, but he still has that puppy like atmosphere, or, way about him. He's still got all that energy and a little bit of wildness. So we're out on our walk. We get back to the house. They have a little gate that they put him in the basement and let him stay in the basement while I leave. And so I go through the gate and my phone falls out while I'm going through the gate, have a little struggle. Phone falls out. The puppy grabs the phone with his mouth and takes off running like it's a toy. And I was like, oh, boy. And so I'm chasing the puppy around trying to get my phone back. I get my phone back and realize that my home button has been bitten through and that I cannot turn my phone on or off and I cannot hit the home screen. So I had to text the client from Steve's phone and say, hey, I went out there today. Everything's good, but I'm not going to be able to text you the rest of the day because I still go back to this client's house one more time today.
Right.
And I was like, I'm not going to be able to text you for the afternoon walk, but just let you know I'm going to be there. And we'll see what they say. I feel bad because I don't want them to feel pressure to think that it's their fault. But at the same time, I'm like, man, now I got to go get a whole new phone.
Right. So your morning was interesting. To say
interesting.
The least.
Yes.
Interesting. Time.
Sounds like it. Yeah. There's a lot happening.
I have to ask a question. So like we have to clean our plate of these things before we get into
Just got 5 new site visits. Thanks everybody for listening.
Boom.
Be sure to visit LouisvilleDogWalkers.com.
Listen, perfect timing. Listen, the holiday idea is definitely something people are going to have to look into. And if you screw something up, everybody knows where to find you.
That's true.
Exactly.
They can call right in on air. So how trustworthy is that, people?
Yeah.
So speaking of trustworthy,
okay,
something happened, Steve.
Yeah.
This morning. I need to ask you right now.
Ooh, okay.
Is this a snitch worthy situation?
Ooh, I don't know.
Okay, you know where I park in the garage.
Yes.
I'm facing outwards.
Uh-huh.
I witnessed something this morning, an incident.
I mean, are we talking like felony?
I don't know what the law is on this one.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
The leaving the garage gate is always up.
Mm-hmm.
The coming in is the locked one.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody came in through the exiting part and went over there to the side and just waited for somebody to either come in or go. Waited for the gate to open and they came in.
They came in with them.
And I was looking right at them and they were looking right at me. And I didn't know if I should go and give them the Matumbo.
Here's the only thing I will
Or
say.
do I just go call somebody and say, hey, look, I'm uncomfortable with what just happened. You need to check that car out.
Listen, here's the thing. It's probably just someone who forgot their key fob or something.
Right.
That was like, dude,
sit outside.
I'm not parking my car out. It's dusting snow.
It's 20 degrees
it's
outside.
Nasty. Like, I'm just not doing it. I'm parking.
Okay, well, see if something happens to you in the garage.
Oh yeah, no. I'm convinced that's going to happen every time I go down there. So, yeah, I'm like every time I walk through there. You laugh about. Did I run to the garbage can? You should see me going down. Look, that garage and the Gauld House garage. I'm just like.
Yeah, you just put a little extra pep in your step.
Yeah, so I'll run into his car. I hope he's okay.
Okay, so we got that stuff out. You say I don't for this time only. I'm gonna give it a pass.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Especially after I stalked somebody on the highway the other day.
Yeah, I'm like, I get it, man. Whatever. I
Can
mean,
you believe somebody snitched on me for going in the garage?
I thought about doing it once, like actually, and then I come in here and just grabbed your key fob, I think, and I just went down there.
Yeah, just give me your key fob so I can get in the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you want to start at today?
Oh my gosh, there's so much, man. I mean,
what is the mood of the general environment? Was this something good?
Yep.
What is the general vibe on? I mean, was it Satterfield press conference? We heard what we thought we were going to hear, pretty much.
Yeah.
The feel good, key positions.
It was, and we might get to. We'll probably get to some of that too. I mean, and I'm interested because I do think that people are excited about that. But I think that as a day is come and gone, I do think people are starting to Coach Mack talks today. Sam Williamson talks today. So we get Sam back on Saturday. So I don't know if we'll find out anything about Charles as far as when he's coming back.
Are you going to join the conference call and ask about Charles?
I might.
Steve?
I might. Steve Rummage, 93.9 The Ville. Is Charles Midland ever going to play, or are you just planning on just wasting him? Thanks. I'll hang up and listen.
Josh Nickelberry.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Josh. Like,
is it concerned? Like, have you figured you would have heard something by now?
yeah. Oh, Brian, I got something for you, by the way.
Is it a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. I think they're going to take care of you. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I got you. But anyway, so yeah, there was just, I think that it's, with Josh, man, I mean, it just feels like I heard Coach Mack talk before and he said, Josh, we've tried to get him back.
Yeah, people heal differently, and
now he's not healing.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost feels like maybe this one's just a lost cause this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know that to be the case, but it'll be interesting. But to me, Josh is just an icing on the cake. Like, hey, if you get him, whatever he can help us would be awesome. Well, and watch us get Josh back, and you're like, he's a 15-point a game guy,
right? Like we forgot.
Oh my gosh, we're awesome now. Yeah,
how pumped we were to get Josh.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm most excited for today. I mean, I don't really need to hear about what they've went through over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying that media shouldn't care, but I don't personally.
I'm glad you started talking and just kind of let your brain take you where you're supposed to go, because I think more or less the fan base did that as well.
Yeah.
Pre-show, you said Wisconsin was kind of on your mind a little bit in a nerdy way.
They were, and I watched a little bit of them last night. A few interesting things about them. Some that I didn't like, as far as they are not a team that's going to make many mistakes.
Right.
Okay. They're a team that is going to pretty much take care of the ball.
Yeah,
they're going to take good shots. They're going to hit shots when they're open. And that might be what – I don't know that we win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not sure that – I don't know that we have to. But I did see a few things, though. Let me read you something real quick. I'm going to get your opinion on this, okay? I'm going to give you a few minutes, right? This is Wisconsin. Their starters, 25, 26, 20, 36, 32. Two guys off the bench, 22, 23. That's really all they play.
7 guys.
Yeah, 7 guys, with the 8th guy kind of being anywhere. I went back a few games because he had 15 in their last game.
Mm-hmm.
Went back a few games, though, and he's anywhere from 7 to 12 most of the time. So they're going to play about 7 dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I like that because I think that we are they've been playing, and I think we're fresh, They
have a lot of veterans, though. But
they do. Yeah. But I'm still like, the one thing about Louisville this year is the surprise, and maybe it's not even that we are deep, but we're playing a ton of guys. I mean, like we're playing 9 dudes.
Let me ask you this: are we playing more guys because there's not a big separation?
Yes, yes. That's why I was saying. I don't know that it's that we're insanely deep, or just that there's Carleek and probably David.
Yeah, Carleek, David, and Sam.
And there's not a massive difference between Dre and JJ, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as I kind of cut it off there.
Got me.
Mac.
Just for later.
Yeah, what you asked for.
What you
earlier.
asked for?
Oh,
I was just letting you know. It's
yeah. I was like, Mac, like,
Yeah.
he's talking today.
I know.
But see, and I'm gonna say tier one is Carleek, David, Sam, Dre.
Sure. I'm fine with
and
that.
That's my yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And then everybody after that is and I'm purposely leaving off Charles.
And you could do it like that too. I was trying to do the most extreme I could. And the most extreme I could would be, okay, compare JJ to Dre, and it's like, but yeah, I mean, if you're doing an actual cutoff, but I mean, that's 4 right there, because I agree with you on the 4.
And the reason I did that is because that's the crew that won't make the defensive mistakes. And
do we know Sam won't?
Yeah.
Or do we just feel like Sam offensively will make up for his?
Sam won't make that. He won't lose his man.
No, I was just asking. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Because we haven't had a huge sample size, because I think we all immediately just assumed, we were like, well, Sam's going to struggle on defense, and I don't know that he has.
See, if Sam struggles, to me,
did Sam go out against Seton Hall?
Yep. In the first half, early in the game.
That was second half, wasn't it? I think it was second half. It was like 10 minutes left. It was like halfway through the second half, because I was like, man, we got to play the last 10 minutes without Sam.
You sure?
Yeah.
I thought he went out early.
It was later than you think on that one.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I just remember that from doing the post game, because I was like, hey, they played the last 8 minutes without Sam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sam won't miss the rotations. If he gets beat, is he's getting beat on defense. I think Sam gets assignments of guarding scores.
Yeah, and look, you guys come on in here with us today, because today is get nerdy for a few minutes about this Wisconsin game. Tomorrow will be emotion. Can we do this? Can we do it? But I think we haven't really had a game yet to break down like this. Now, again, because I say this is a game where Louisville, I think, can lose. I think they can lose and be fine. And look,
Wisconsin makes you make mistakes. They wait for you to screw up.
The uncomfortableness of this is, and I said this yesterday when I was doing the show with James, I said, Louisville fans aren't as worried, I don't think, about losing to Wisconsin, because you think you're going to win the next 2. Pitt and Kentucky. So it's like, if Kentucky had their normal juggernaut, I think you'd be like, dang,
we got to get this
Wisconsin game, man. You know what I'm saying? But also the ACC, when you project down the road, doesn't look great.
People were nice or mean to you when you were doing your show
yesterday?
Yes.
Extremely nice.
It was entertaining.
People were texting in saying, look, I started out, I said, hey, look, I'm going to be positive today. Look, so let's talk some sports. And people seem to enjoy it, man. So I appreciated Andy for letting me sit in on his. I mean, that's his show, So let me sit in there and do our thing. But I had a good time, man. Me and Strebel broke it down. Of course, I made fun of him in Kentucky, but we broke it down pretty good. Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure you got it out there.
Strebel can talk sports, man. Like we like to knock him, man. But I mean, he can. He can do his thing, man. So yeah. He Strebel knows the game. So yeah. So
okay. Yeah. I thought that was going to be up.
Yeah. Listen.
I appreciate that one too.
Texter, I appreciate that, man. Look, no need for that. Look, you didn't have to apologize. Look, just say, man, hey, I had an off day yesterday. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
And to be fair, back to that texter, I was feisty about a couple other things already anyways. So it was like,
nothing makes me feel guiltier than someone receiving a bite from me, and I did start it somewhere else.
See, and I felt like that yesterday when I jumped on a couple texters. I was like, y'all, that wasn't y'all. That came from somewhere else before the show. So it's like, yeah, y'all just kind of caught that. But thank you. Yeah, that's what I love about this show, though, man. We're all family here. Look, everybody is Louisville fans. I mean, at the end of the day, you might love me and Marcus. You might not love me and Marcus. But we're all Louisville fans at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you're as long as you know the intentions are good, we can't stay mad at each other.
Yeah. So but
back to Wisconsin.
Yeah, and what my point was is it kind of, that's why I do think it takes a little pressure off this Wisconsin game as far as, do you got to win? I think honestly, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, I think most Louisville fans are just excited to see this team against some heavy competition. Something we haven't saw yet,
right?
I like Seton Hall. I like those games.
Yeah.
I like Western. I like beating them. I like seeing what we can do, and I put some more stock in those than some would. But I can't admit we haven't played a Wisconsin yet,
right?
So let's see how we stack up against a team that's going to be picked to go to the second weekend.
Yeah, and the Big Ten is
it's probably it's the best conference this year. Yeah, so. So I mean, I think that it's going to be something, man, that I think Louisville fans are going to be locked in on.
Let me ask you this. I'll open the phone lines to this one too. 8150-939, 3831-939, since we're just having a good time. What player are you most excited about seeing against the real deal competition? Because coming into the season, the reason I'm going to set this up, coming into the season, we're talking about David Johnson just working his way up the draft boards crazy.
Sure.
Right? We saw Carleek. We've seen Carleek work some dudes, right?
Yeah.
But can Carleek be the guy against the major heavy hitters? Because Wisconsin has guys that deal with some real deal point guards.
Oh, no, absolutely.
All year.
Absolutely.
Some veteran point guards that can deal with guys as good as Carleek Jones, right?
Yeah.
Sam, we talked about it off season. Sam's going to have to be a guy.
Yes.
Like a major guy.
Yes.
Who do you need to be the man against Wisconsin? Or Jalen Withers? Because we know like that guy and his tools have to be on the court for you to feel like you can be the team you want to be.
Okay, that's a good question. We need to stick with that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to counter. I don't want to go away from that question, but this is where I got to do something openly on the show right now and admit. I answer that question, and this. Look, it's the 17th, and this is that time of year. I answer that question with Kentucky in mind.
Okay.
And I wonder how many people do the same thing, because you said Jalen, and I'm like, I'm worried we don't have an answer for Sarr. So if my bigs played well, because they're European style bigs up at Wisconsin, they're going to shoot jumpers. They're going to play like Olivier Sarr.
Yeah.
There is part of me that says, my bigs.
You're using all these games to
I think because Kentucky every year kind of caps off the first half of the season. You know what I mean? Like I always break the season into two when I'm watching Louisville play, and I'm like, okay, the Kentucky is almost the culmination for me of half one, and I'm like, okay, all right, what did we do? Look, and I hate it,
right?
But it's like, okay, how did we prepare to get to here? And it's like,
because you have to leave it behind after you play them.
Oh yeah, no. Once it's over, it's got to be over.
Yep.
And usually you jump right into the ACC, which we are this year. I mean, I know we got Pitt before then, but it's like, okay, so it's easy to kind of.
Yep.
Last year, you lose that game, it's like, y'all got Florida State, so
you're right.
Let's go,
Steve. Stop everything you're doing right now. Why did you bring up Kentucky like that? You screwed everything up by bringing up Kentucky.
I know.
Brian Hall, this has been on my mind since yesterday. Okay. I'm sorry. Midnight with Marcus Maben listeners, y'all who joined me on the stream late night, thank you. But we got to do something today, right now. We have to revisit something, Steve, that's very important to me.
Okay.
And it might not be important to anybody else. I was sitting here last night and I thought about the Kentucky game.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody put the 26 up there. You know, they just put it's important on the 26. And I just thought about it. And it's like, man. And then a thought occurred to me and it just pulled me right back down this road. Do you remember?
Just when I thought I was up, pull me right
Pull me
back
right
in.
back in.
I think people don't really remember how much was in that Coach Mac scheduling rant. Like how much information. And there's something that he said that I don't want ever forgotten for the rest of y'all lives. This year, this moment, and this opportunity. This is something I want to put in the back of you guys' mind. Because we're starting to count down to Kentucky.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Yeah, you're within 3 games. I mean, you're well, it's a week.
It's the 17th.
It's next Saturday.
Right.
You play them next Saturday.
How does that sound? You play Kentucky next
You
Saturday.
just so happen to have Pitt, and who's won 5 straight, by the way.
Oh gosh.
But you have Pitt and Wisconsin.
Brian, I want people to hear something, and I want to remind people of something. Do you have that entire? Do you have the rant? The call out.
Cards fans, your fearless
Keep your eye
leader,
on me.
Coach Mack. I keep getting asked, Coach, are we playing the game? Are you scared? Are you a chicken?
Oh, don't worry about that, y'all. It's just like 7-8 seconds. I did that one too, Brian.
Whoops.
It's okay.
I kind of like that.
I do too.
It's nice little.
touch.
It's just some text in the video.
You won't play Kentucky? As for the UK series, here's the thing. I want to do what's most convenient for John and his program. You do believe that, right? That I want to do what's best for John? Never mind the fact that we had a December 12th mutually agreed upon date to play the game.
Stop it. Never mind.
I like this.
We had a December 12th mutually agreed upon game. Now I'm going to let y'all listen to the rest of this, but I'm going to say something, Steve.
Okay, I'm listening.
He knew his team needed time. He got Devin Askew and his guys on campus.
Mm-hmm.
He knew his team was going to need
Need
some
that extra
time.
week and a half.
He knew he was
It's
going to
obvious
need.
right now too.
Listen, not in hindsight.
Oh, so Louisville would have beat the.
Think
you know what,
about
off
that,
last
Steve.
Saturday. Yeah,
Think about
yeah.
what I'm saying. If you would have played him on the 12th, all things being considered,
Because Notre Dame is crap. They got their brains kicked in by Duke last night, and Duke was missing their best player.
it hit me out of nowhere. You knew.
Mhm.
You knew, and you did everything you could to buy yourself a window. Keep it going, Brian.
And never mind the fact that they backed out of the 12th because they were returning from London on December 6th after playing Michigan. Thought it was too close to the 12th.
Do y'all remember him saying 6 days wasn't enough time to recover
Yeah.
to play Louisville? Like, think about that. Your excuse to push that game back, I didn't even think about it because we were just so jaded at the
That's a
beginning.
good point.
Yeah, we were so jaded. We didn't even see what's the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were backing up that game all you could.
Yeah.
Brian, keep it going.
Never mind the fact that that December 6th game got canceled. No trip to London. Can we play that game on the 12th?
Steve, why would you not? When that game got
You didn't want
canceled,
to play the game on the 12th.
you didn't
Yeah.
want to play that game on the 12th. I was listening to it, Steve, and it was just like, how did I not see that then? Because we were just so, Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be anything else. Or he's just trolling Mac.
Yeah.
That's what we thought, Steve. We thought he was. Our brains had been reduced to thinking he was just trolling.
Yeah, he knew his team sucked.
He knew his
Yeah.
team sucked. Keep going.
Never mind the fact that they scheduled Notre Dame in lieu of playing us on the mutually agreed upon date of December 12th.
He knew Notre Dame sucked. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that they called ESPN and tried to change one of our ACC games without our knowledge or permission.
What game could that have been? North Carolina State, Pitt, ACC games without our permission. The only two that he would have any effect, that would have any effect on this game and the 12th is North Carolina State and Pitt. Calling ESPN, trying to get those games moved, which I will spike the ball yet again. How do you find out information like that? By going to get an assistant coach who's just fresh off of working for ESPN and Dino Gaudio. How else would you find out some information like that?
All right.
But that doesn't matter. I ain't no snitch. But called ESPN, and this is a head coach saying this stuff. This is a coach with his reputation on the line. So, like, what if Cal just gets on and says, that's a lie?
Yeah.
That means he got the receipts to own that.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
But he didn't. There was no rebuttal to that. He accused a Hall of Famer of calling ESPN to try to have our game move, which is a serious accusation. And you would not say that as a head coach if it wasn't true.
Right.
Jeez, keep going.
Never mind the fact that Coach Stoops and his football program at the University of Kentucky honored that request in football to move Louisville's home game from 2020 to 2021.
ADs work together. Coach, our AD knows their AD. Their AD goes to Coach Cal. Look, we got, we're working with the football thing. We're going to just move the schedule so we can keep it fair. No. No, I'm already moving this game back, and I'm making sure they don't get any kind of a home court. Like, think about the intricacy in working that system to your advantage.
Yeah. And I'm not about to move this thing neutral because you remember that's what Louisville wanted to do.
Yes.
We're going to go to their place. So that way that's another reason why we lost.
And I'm keep pushing this game back.
Yeah.
Keep going, Brian.
You can do it in football. Seems like you could do it in basketball. Never mind the fact that the University of Cincinnati asked us to do the exact same thing that we're asking Kentucky to do. And we honored that request. Listen, I don't want to stand in the way of college basketball's best rivalry. Whatever is most convenient for Coach Cal, we'll do it. See you in the Center. Go Cars.
He knew something this entire time. Just put that in the back of your mind for the next 6 or 7 days. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maven on 939 The Ville.
Pay off your holiday bills with a new job at UPS. Join Team Louisville as a warehouse worker and earn $14.50 per hour to start. Search and apply now at upsjobs.com/worldport. That's upsjobs.com/worldport.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
U of L Health's medical expertise, known around the world, is now in your community and more accessible than ever before. The power of you is now at more hospitals, more medical centers, and more physician practices, along with Brown Cancer Center and Fraser Rehab, all dedicated to making the impossible possible. That's the power of you. To learn more, visit uoflhealth.org.
Baltimore Ravens football plays here on ESPN Louisville.
He takes the snap, back to pass. He rolls right. He's throwing down the field, and it is caught. Marquise Brown's got it, and he's going to go in for a touchdown.
Lamar Jackson and the Ravens return to M&T Stadium Sunday to take on the Jaguars. Pre-game coverage begins at 12:30 with kickoff at 1 on 93.9 The Ville. Ravens football on ESPN Louisville is presented by Liquor Bar, Body Armor Sports Drink, and Molly Malone St. Matthews, home of the Raven.
Many people have figured out over the last few months what a great thing it is to have a home gym. And many of our listeners have figured out what most of our staff already knew around here, and that's that Fitness Market is the place to turn to when you're starting or adding to your home gym. Right now, Fitness Market is loaded up on strength equipment, dumbbells, kettlebells, squat racks, power racks. Fitness Market has tripled the amount of inventory they normally have, and you can see it all in their newly expanded showroom on the corner of Plantside Drive and Watterson Trail. They have all the great brands like Hoist, Spirit, Body Solid, you name it. The highest quality equipment is at Fitness Market. I love the Precore treadmill I've had for a couple of years from there, and the adjustable dumbbells have proven to be invaluable over the last few months. So head on over to Fitness Market now. They have 2 locations, Westport Road inside the Snyder and Plantside Drive and Watterson Trail, where they have their newly expanded showroom. Or check them out online at thefitnessmarket.com.
Visit Shane Company for gifts of fine jewelry in every price range, wrapped with a burgundy bow and ready to give. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business.
Bellarmine basketball is on the air Saturday.
Gives to Penn, coming from right to left. Dillon down the lane, scores! What a foul, what a move. He's a whirling dervish here at Freedom Hall.
Join Doug Orme and Mark Bugg as the Knights take on Middle Tennessee State from historic Freedom Hall. Knights pregame coverage begins at 6:45 right here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app. If it's Bellarmine basketball, it plays on ESPN Louisville.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. You pay just $30 for a month's supply. And right now, get your first online doctor's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/real. That's right. Free, zero copay, no expensive appointments, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. Hims connects you to doctors online who can evaluate you and, if appropriate, prescribe your ED medication. And a pharmacy sends it right to your door. Hims makes it affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/real. That's forhims.com/real for your free online visit. forhims.com/real.
Yeah, it's that good. Verno's Pizza.
Verno's Pizza, Louisville-style pizza. Serving Louisville and Southern Indiana for over 40 years. Dine in, carry out, even delivery. No matter what you order, a stromboli, a salad, a specialty sandwich, and of course pizza, you'll never be let down. Why? It's that good.
Verno's Pizza. Yeah, it's that good.
Louisville basketball is back in action Saturday as the Cards take on Wisconsin. And for the most pre- and post-game coverage, keep it locked on ESPN Louisville. Join Marcus Maben for the Louisville basketball pregame show at 11 a.m. on 93.9 The Ville. Immediately after the game, be sure to catch our official postgame show with Ethan Moore around 2 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville. We're the first place in town that will take your calls and hear live from Chris Mack. If it's Louisville basketball, we talk about it here on ESPN Louisville.
Mark Ennis here, telling you about my friends at Bosch Lawn Care. For the past few years, I've trusted Bosch Lawn Care with my yard maintenance at my house. That's mowing, weed eating, trimming bushes, cleaning mulch installation, and much more. Get yourself out of hours of work in the yard when you could be kicking back and enjoying time with your family and friends. Call 833-2GET-CUT. That's 833-243-8288, or visit them online at BoschLawnCare.com. Trust the lawn experts I trust. They're professional, affordable. Bosch Lawn Care.
We're proud to partner with our favorite go-to caffeinated beverage, Focus. Not Focus with an F, but with a PH.
When the reality of COVID-19 hit, our friends at Focus donated over 200,000 cans of Focus to nearly 400 hospitals across the U.S. to keep those on the front lines fueled.
And good news, now you can find Focus at more Kroger's, Thornton's, Liquor Barn, and Party Mart, as well as all the usual spots like Rainbow Blossom, Heine Brothers, Paul's Fruit Market, and CVS.
Or save 15% when you use code ESPN15 at www.drinkfocus.com. Focus, Focus. Try it today.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Chicken, chicken, chicken heads. Chicken, chicken, chicken heads. Chicken, chicken, chicken heads. Chicken, chicken, chicken chicken, chicken heads, chicken, chicken heads, chicken.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Middays with Marcus Maben. Marcus is finishing up making his coffee because, you got to have some extra coffee to get you rolling through the day. Marcus, man, he finished off with a nice little theory there on the Coach Cal or the Coach Cal, Coach Mac video.
It was a good catch.
Yeah.
You kind of go back and listen to it, and I can totally understand where he's coming from.
I know. A couple texts in here. Somebody said, "You're so right, Marcus." He is looking at Carleek and David and sweating bullets right through his Grease audition hair. So I said, I wish he would have added, never mind, at the end of it and then slammed his hand. That's funny. An expletive.
So should we expect Cal to reschedule for February?
Somebody, never mind. I shouldn't say that. They may have a reason to not play all of a sudden. Especially if Carolina, they got Carolina this weekend too. So. You can't lose to Carolina and Louisville, man, back to back. Because
if you take 4 ACC losses, Steve, no, Steve. I said this last night, and again, today is Thursday. People, the phone lines are open. Listen, like I said, have a good time, relax today. Steve, if you lose 4, you sent me a text message. Popular local guy says, "Oh, we could be 1-5 and still beat Louisville." And I hear you.
Cool.
Yeah. And
That would be funny.
Yeah. Be confident. Got no problem with that. There's another side to that coin, Steve.
There is.
If you lose to 4 ACC schools and Louisville beats you to put you at 1-6, Steve, can you think of a finishing move? What finishing move comes to mind?
Okay.
Like,
I know, I got exactly.
I'm listening.
No, the tombstone pile driver. Because it would be full. If that happens, I'm starting that post-game show out with a clip of The Undertaker just beating nail into a coffin.
Doesn't he put people's arms over their chest like
yes
after he does the tombstone?
Boom, boom. You're done. Your season
is over.
Yeah. If Louisville has to take a ban next year, Louisville's giving you one this year.
You do agree with that, right?
Like, they're done.
Finished.
They're done. If they lose to UNC and then lose to Louisville, it's over. You are done. You shut it. It's like, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't start getting opt-outs. Like, dude, we are done.
Fan opt-out. Texas says sweet chin music.
Yeah, 2 sweet chin music.
Right?
Yeah, so man.
Seriously, Steve, are we right about that?
Yes.
Fan checkout.
Oh, yeah. Oh, if you're 1-6, you with a win over Moorhead.
Are you even watching Louisville games after that?
And the SEC? You're clearly behind Tennessee. Actually, Kentucky James told me something last night. I didn't even realize. He said win total, they're dead last in the SEC right now with 1 win. Now, I don't think that every SEC team is better than them, but right now, there's quite a few teams that I'm like, I don't know if you can beat some of these teams, man.
Your season, though.
Yeah. Oh, you're done.
To be done on the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
To be finished.
Oh, I know.
On the 26th.
Yeah.
Joel, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's up, fellas? Yeah, a couple points you guys made, which are spot on, and we talked about when it happened, as far as when Mac put out that deal video on social media, again, everything Mac said was 100% true. Because like you said, Marcus, I mean, no coach, this wasn't some random fan or assistant or something like. When the head coach gets on there and spits out all those details, he's doing that because he 100% knows for a fact all that happened. He's not going to put his reputation out there if it didn't. And you guys are spot on too. I mean, if we beat Kentucky and they're 1-5 or 1-6, there's no wins they can pick up to get them into the tournament. I mean, after that, because the SEC's not strong, there's no big wins for them left. So again, if they lose that game and they're 1-6, you're absolutely right. They're at least NIT bound at the most. And then, like you said, the perfect thing for that, and I thought too, even with the video with Mac, is like the fans got to see. You don't think Mac wants it? Mac obviously wants to win. It's the rivalry game. But with everything that happened, that guy, absolutely, this is a game he's focused in on and wants 1,000,000,000%, because the best part, and he said it, Steve, is, you know what? They beat Kentucky or whatever. They give them that postseason ban technically this year. I'll take the one next year. Fine. We put them out. That's it, guys.
I appreciate the call.
Appreciate it. Now, there is another side to this coin. Let's say Saturday. What if it goes like this? Louisville loses to Wisconsin at noon. Kentucky beats UNC. Because let me be clear, I do think UNC might be a better matchup for Kentucky than UCLA was. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, man. Joe Ellis, man.
Shout out Joe Ellis.
We'll be giving them a nice little read here in a little bit. What if Louisville loses to Wisconsin? Kentucky beats North Carolina. Does that juice up the game any? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm with you. I want to do the tombstone. Let's just end them. So I'm not rooting for juicing up the game or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But do you think that puts a little bit in there? Like, I wonder if next week there won't be a little more, just like a little more, like, ooh, it kind of feels like a game again.
No, because I like the anxiety of them being 1-5.
Oh, me too.
I like the pressure. I like the pressure on us.
I'm saying take yourself out of it though. Like I'm saying, do you think like media wise, everything national? Is there a little more juice to it?
Nobody. I don't want to do this like that, but if Kentucky's 1-5, people, the story still is going to be, this is Kentucky's last chance to get right nationally.
Yeah.
Like, I can see turning on CBS and the commentators just, oh my God, Kentucky may be the most desperate team in the country with PJ Boston, and things haven't gone well and they've lost, either way you paint it, Steve. And I guarantee, listen, Steve, I'm not a betting man.
Okay.
But you're going to get a referee, for this game.
Okay.
If they're 1-5, Steve, trust me, you're going to recognize the officiating crew.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, listen, I'm not going to be that guy.
Teddy, get on down to Louisville.
But I'm scheduled to listen.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the first year I was going to have Christmas with my family, and Teddy will bonus the hell out of you. Like,
just get down there.
We need this to be close.
Yeah.
But yeah, point still being, I like the desperation situation as much as anything.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I'm with you.
Listen, let Louisville go into that undefeated.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
And Kentucky be trying to save it.
I'll tell you what, though. There's another side, and we're looking at all the
sports
sides
guys
of this.
would never hear more prayers than any other time in their lives.
Well, because
from this state, there will be a bat signal to the sports gods.
Yes.
From me, the Kentucky fan, like there will be some sacrifices.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. because here's the other side to this that we haven't talked about. So this isn't just a coin now. This is a weird looking coin because there's another side to it too. What if Louisville wins Saturday? And now I'll be honest. I think, and I could be wrong. But I think majority of Louisville fans expect to go up there, play tough, and lose. Okay. If Louisville wins against Wisconsin, it's going to change a lot. It's going to change a lot.
No, Steve.
It's going to change a lot with how we view this team.
Oh, no, Steve.
With how we view this season.
You're ready to raise expectations, Steve.
Well, no, I'm not because they're my babies.
Right?
And I said it yesterday with you, and I said me and James talked about it last night too. But if Louisville goes and beats Wisconsin,
oh no,
my babies are now. They're not grown-ups, but they're gonna have their permits.
They're driving the car.
Yeah, and now I'm going. Man, if they can beat Wisconsin, they're 5-0 without Charles, without Malik. I think they can win quite a few games in the ACC. Maybe, like that's where it's going to start going. Maybe, and you know what I mean when I say maybe. When you say maybe around these parts, I'm talking maybe they can hang a little something up in the Center, like maybe they can.
Oh no, Alex, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, what's up, guys? First of all, I just want to say that I love Brian Hall. I called in and said, hey, Brian, you guys taking calls? I didn't even say my name. He was like, yeah, Alex will get you in right now. I absolutely love Brian Hall. That's fantastic.
We love Brian too, man. We love Brian too.
But listen, I'm one of those Louisville fans that if I can't watch them win this game. I really can't. Like I really want them to lose because it's going to get me so hyped. Because I really think that this Louisville team, because I watched that Marquette and Wisconsin game, there was nothing that I saw that Marquette team do that I did not see this Louisville team cannot do. So I'm ecstatic for this game. I really am, because I think if Louisville wins this game, I'm just gonna be like, all right, Final Four, and that's it. Final Four, nigga. No Final Four. I swear to God, Chris Mack, you suck it. I want somebody. I'm telling you, I'm gonna lose my mind if they win this game. I'm not expecting them to. I'm expecting them to lose by like 7 because it's a team they can hit shots, and we've played against. I remember seeing a bunch of wide open guys at that Western Kentucky game, and they just missed their shots. And I think this Wisconsin team, they will absolutely hit those shots. I don't know if we can correct that. Also, we haven't been pricing because of COVID, so I'm allowing myself to be rational. But I'm telling you, if they win, they better not win this game and win it good. Like win this, not like 1 point where we just hit it at the end at a buzzer beater. I'm talking about we run with these boys. I'm gonna lose my mind, y'all. My daughter's calling me. We're at the park. I'll listen. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Alex just said something that I think there's some truth to, and I'm saying, and some of these phrases y'all understand. I'm saying them for effect on the radio, but you understand what I mean. I do think there's a little bit of anxiety with Louisville fans to win this game. Like it's almost like I need to see them be mortal a little bit here. Like, because I think we all are like, yeah, I mean, they're good, but they're not quite there.
Yeah.
Like,
got a long way to go.
I need some mortality with this team too, because they locked up in that bubble and they just found ways to win. So, like, I do think what's a word I'm looking for? What's the word where you need to be sick or somebody like, okay, I'm going to make Marcus, where somebody makes their kid think they're sick all the time.
Oh my God, Munchausen.
Oh
my God.
Yeah, it's like
oh my God.
It's almost like,
is that where you went?
Yeah, no, they're my babies. I can do what I want with them. So it's almost like
Steve went to a Munchausen reference.
Yeah, like I'm almost like, oh, I can't have y'all be that good yet. Like, and there's like, because in my brain, like, I mean, I'm serious. In my brain, I haven't even fathomed a Wisconsin win. I'm like, they're going to play well, and I'm going to be proud of them. But if they go in there and they beat up on Wisconsin, I'm going to be like,
I got to make you sick. Steve, let me just tell you really quick. Steve, I'm just going to cut you from talking sports for 1 second.
Okay.
One of my final projects to graduate from the University of Louisville was to do a group exercise, a presentation.
Yeah.
Right. And you pick it from the hat. You know what I'm saying? It was psychology. The reason I know Munchausen instantly is because that's the issue I got.
Sure.
You know? Steve, and how do you help somebody with that? Steve, I did a video. It was me and this girl.
Don't forget, we got Coach D at 11:05.
Right.
Yeah.
It's he'll be fine.
Yeah. just
it's Steve. It's me and this girl. We used her son, right, to do a video.
Okay.
And we snuck around my house with a camera, and she was like pouring bleach in some, and this is a bootleg video, right?
Yeah.
So she was like pouring bleach in the food, and he was like, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? We did the whole thing, right? Listen, man, those people in the classroom, because we all had to watch them together as a full classroom.
Yeah.
They were watching this video, and the way they were looking at her, like that was real.
They're like, dude, you're freaking nuts.
You're right. And it was just a group project. But I think everybody in the class hated all of us after that.
Oh, my God.
So you just made me think about that. No, Steve, I'm not going to purposely get my kids a loss because they beat Wisconsin. Brian, you go ahead and play us out. We do got...
No, the Wisconsin game is the loss. I'm making y'all, because, I mean, did you hear Alex there? Alex is almost like, I can't have him win this game.
No, he meant it.
Like, yeah.
He meant it.
Because he's right.
$888 502-888-8888.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold craft, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Louisville basketball is back in action Saturday as the Cards take on Wisconsin. And for the most pre- and post-game coverage, keep it locked on ESPN Louisville. Join Marcus Maben for the Louisville basketball pregame show at 11 a.m. on 93.9 The Ville. Immediately after the game, be sure to catch our official postgame show with Ethan Moore around 2 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville. We're the first place in town that will take your calls and hear live from Chris Mack. If it's Louisville basketball, we talk about it here on ESPN Louisville. Pay off your holiday bills with a new job at UPS. Join Team Louisville as a warehouse worker and earn $14.50 per hour to start. You could also graduate debt-free. Be part of an industry-leading organization that believes in promoting from within. Enjoy an active job with big-time growth opportunities. Search and apply now at upsjobs.com/worldport. That's upsjobs.com/worldport.
When you can't get to Double Dogs, bring Double Dogs to you. All you need to do is fetch and go. with choices like Black Angus burgers, wings tossed in homemade sauces, and dog bowl nachos. Double Dogs will make sure everyone in your family can enjoy their favorites. Now offering family-style dinner deals for a limited time. See our menu at www.doubledogs.biz and then give us a call to order. Come pick your order up curbside today at the Middletown Commons location. Take the night off and let Double Dogs do the cooking with Fetch and Go.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hull. The Sports Center update brought to you by the Coyle Auto Group. Save $1,000 off your next Chevrolet. Mention Coyle75 at purchase at CoyleDeals.com. It was a successful signing day for the University of Louisville football team as yesterday head coach Scott Satterfield and his staff added 21 signees to the 2021 class. The highlight, of course, was star running back Tavion Cooley. And head coach Scott Satterfield had this to say about him in yesterday's press conference.
I think his upside is tremendous. We all know we want to be able to run the football. He's, I talked yesterday, he's 208 pounds now, so he's going to be a very big, powerful running back.
The Cards had 22 signees heading into the day, and T. Will's son did not qualify, but he hopes to join the team sometime in the future. Satterfield went on to say in his press conference that Louisville will not be competing in a bowl this season. Moving on to hoops, the NCAA approved a one-time transfer rule that will allow the remaining transfers to be eligible to play next season. Moving on to the Kentucky side, the Cats are now set to face North Carolina this weekend instead of UCLA in the CBS Sports Classic. The reason being the SEC and the ACC have more closely aligned COVID testing protocols, which makes it for a safer environment. And last but certainly not least, just a reminder that ESPN Louisville is your exclusive home for the NFL this season, as we'll carry tonight's Thursday night football action between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders, starting around 8 o'clock on our sister station, ESPN 680. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
You've got a style all your own. Embrace your sparkle and celebrate the season with Ruffino Prosecco. Ruffino Prosecco embodies the Italian art of living well. Bright and bubbly, it's the perfect way to celebrate the holidays in style. So grab a bottle and welcome joy this season. Ruffino Prosecco. Cheers to the season of sparkle. Please enjoy our wines responsibly. 2020 Ruffino Import Company, Rutherford, California.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Thanks for joining us today on Middays with Marcus Maben. What's going on?
Since we share the chair, and I do get to sit in that chair on Monday nights from 7 to 8, right?
Right.
Can I take over the show and ask a question?
You 100% can, Coach.
Can you name an individual by name? Can you name an individual on the planet Earth who loves playing in Freedom Hall more on a Saturday night than Marcus Maben?
No, but I can name a coach that does not enjoy anything more on the planet than being inside of Freedom Hall. Would you agree with that one, Coach?
Yeah, Marcus. But Marcus, to you, and this is why you do such a great job, because you're able to communicate it. Those Saturday nights in Freedom Hall, man. Marcus, you had a little more. You had a lot of bounce. You had a little more, did you not?
Definitely got some bounce to me.
I mean, wasn't that incredible, Marcus?
I mean, Coach, you're not just juggling the emotions of the Saturday night. You're juggling the emotions of the entire day. You're trying to like slow your heartbeat at 1:30. Just like you're glad to see the sun start going down because you just know that means you're closer to game time. And right,
that is so interesting because we were planning our schedule logistically early this week, for Saturday. And we were talking about, with no final exams, et cetera, that, okay, let's make sure, let's go ahead and have an 11 o'clock walkthrough where we kind of get them up and get the blood flowing a little bit. And then our pregame at 3. And, it's a different pregame because we can't go off campus into a restaurant and do them. We're doing them here in the lobby of Knights Hall, which, Scooter Galloway, our guy's doing a phenomenal job of pulling this off. And then, be able to report at Freedom Hall. But and I know a lot of people have not been there, but if I'm in this office by myself or in my car somewhere, I tune you guys in, and I know you all's passion. So how about, I said it this morning to Diener, how about this Saturday? So 11:30, you got Indiana Butler. They're quality schools, no question.
Absolutely.
Noon, you got Louisville, Wisconsin. 2 top 25 teams, no doubt. 2 o'clock, you got Kentucky, Carolina. And you got Gonzaga, Iowa playing in Sioux Falls. Okay, our local establishments, our restaurants, our bars, we're all big boys here, are back open at 50%. And then you've got a 7 o'clock tip against a Conference USA opponent, Middle Tennessee, in Freedom Hall on the Saturday before Christmas. Hey, man, that's a heck of a Saturday right there.
Coach, you know what you were asking Marcus, and I didn't play there, but when you started, I was listening to you with Drew this morning, and it reminded me of and what you've brought back to this city. I've talked to a lot of people who have said the same thing. I was reminded of being with my dad and being with ones and walking into Freedom Hall, and Louisville's playing Memphis and Chris Massey, and they got the, and I'm talking to my dad, and he's like, man, I don't know, Massey's a big dude. They got some things out with him, and Calipari's here and coming into town, and just walking in there on an evening. And the memories that it brought back to me, and you guys playing in there, and that's one thing I would say. I know the city thanks you for what you've done with this move, and we love Knights Hall, and I can't wait to see Knights Hall rocking, and that's going to be awesome.
But this is just starting, though.
Yeah.
This is just starting. I mean, here's why. Did you hear my example? You had to love it. So, blank and Baker or Rummage, fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
And Strebel go mono, right?
Yeah.
But you could both go to the Bellarmine game and have a heck of a night.
And love it.
And the concessions are open, and we've now got the parking. We got, and Drew did a great job. He corrected me. If you go to kyexpo.org, you can pay $8 online and park and just zip right through.
$8.
Tickets now, you can walk them, get them, or you can go to Ticketmaster. This is Bellarmine playing a Conference USA opponent.
What are you feeling like? Like, are the guys totally juiced up? Like I know sometimes you have to like go above and beyond to make sure they appreciate how much fun like they should be having. Are they as juiced up as you would like them to be? Because I know you like to read the room and read the practices.
They are, Marcus. But I'm gonna give a qualifier here. We're down a couple of guys because of some COVID issue. We are, and it's significant. But that's okay. The other guys are incredible. But I'm gonna say this. I want us to be at a very high level because we're playing a quality opponent. But we're playing Middle Tennessee 7 o'clock Saturday night, Freedom Hall. We're going to Middle Tennessee and playing Monday. Wednesday, we're going to Miami, Ohio and play at 7 o'clock. Now, follow along. And this is the mad world of a coach. So, in the ASUN conference, the ASUN Conference plays its postseason conference tournament over a 5-day span, a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Now, just follow me for a second. The 8 teams, the 4 highest seeded teams, as of this point, now it could change, but as is at this point, they host the first round at the 4 conference home campus sites.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 that advance, the 2 highest ranked teams that advance, host on Thursday the semifinals on their each campus. Then the championship is played on a campus of the remaining highest seed. So you've got to play 3 games in 5 days. So why not practice it by right now playing on the, we're going to play at home on Saturday, on the road Monday, on the road Wednesday, in that exact format that we'll go through in March? Exactly.
Well, let me ask you this, Coach. That is obviously one unintended consequences that has taught you something, taught you a management skill with the scheduling. What else has having to juggle and kind of, tiptoe around all the rules and regulations and the scheduling? What other things have you improved or has your university benefit from, in the new ways?
Well, I think it's a recommitment. We've never changed, but you just keep putting your players first. Because could you imagine Marcus being 18 to 22 and going through this? Like, I don't care if you're at Kentucky, UCLA, Ohio State, or North Carolina. On Wednesday, your Saturday games all got flip-flopped. I mean, I don't care who you are. I mean, you put yourself in. You were in those.
Coach, you should have. I thought you were going down the road, and I kind of had the light bulb go over my head when you started to say it. Recommitment, like it's almost like you're reminded. It doesn't matter about who you play, 2 years in advance. Are you going to practice hard no matter who the opponent is and show up to play basketball? So that
and appreciate it and
appreciate that we are actually going to play a game through. Like the fans appreciate when you get a basketball game. Nothing's given to you, nothing's assumed. So it's like during the COVID era, just like everybody is working hard and doing their part just to get to a basketball sporting event.
Yes, and appreciate that day and make the most out of that day, Marcus. That is perfect. That is very, very, very well stated, son, because there are no certainties. I mean, there's just not. We see it throughout the landscape of not just college basketball, of college athletics. The football teams, what they went through, and the shuffling and the cancellations, and how about those fall sports that are all now going to play in the spring? The volleyballs,
right?
The cross countries. I mean, let's don't forget those people. The field hockeys. It's been not just we know the marquee sports, football, basketball. Everybody looks at them, but no, it's everybody. It's everybody, and nobody conspired to come up with this, man. We got to handle it, though. We got to handle it. And I think if we just keep putting these young people first, I don't think we can go wrong. Like Saturday night, I mean, you talk about them being so amped up. I mean, they are. I mean, Marcus, how early do you think they're going to get to Freedom Hall, man? Our pre-game's at 3 and the game's at 7.
Right.
Man. Come on.
No, you literally have to slow them down during the day. Just like, guys, calm down.
Well, knowing you're going to play 3 games in 5 days, you're exactly right.
So do you have anything on the schedule? Like, Coach, what is the night before movie? Like, what are you going to show them to try to keep their mind? Is it just going to be film room and grind it out, Coach? Or are you going to give them a good inspirational movie or something?
Well, actually, we're having a special team meal here this evening after practice. By one of our local establishments. We're going to have in Pelizeri's in because they're right here on Barstown Road. And we'll provide our dinner meal here with a team meal. We're having film before practice today. We've already had weights and individuals this morning. Then and they're having lunch now. Then we'll have film and practice. Then we'll have a team meal, more film. And then our Friday, and I'll give them the shout out too. Our Friday will be individuals, and we'll get tons of shots up in the morning.
Right.
A very tempo-oriented practice at Freedom Hall on Friday afternoon. And then as we come back to campus to do our night before film, Smoothie King, the one right here on Barstow Road, they live for those Fridays from Smoothie King, man. And I mean, you would think we brought them, some 5-star establishment. And then we'll have our walkthrough and our, Saturday morning into our pregame meal and then report to Freedom Hall.
Okay, last question, Coach, before you get out of here. It's kind of on the scouting. Give me one thing to look for in the first 10 minutes to say Coach Davenport's going to be happy with this game.
I'll give you two, one at each end. We got to keep them on our chest and finish the possession by rebounding the ball. That's the defensive end. That's the number one key to the game. But it all starts with ball security and execution on offense, because they average 9.5 steals a game, which they convert that to easy baskets.
So if I see that in the first 10 minutes, I'm going to say, okay, they're ready to play.
Yeah, absolutely. That's that. And, it's tough because we're without a very, very dynamic player. It's tough. But this always has and always will be a team game, and that has to be the approach.
Coach, I do want to throw in there. I walked on. I didn't exhaust all the eligibility. So if you run into any issues or need some practice bodies, you know my number. Just give me a ring.
I'm going to answer that like this. Watch what you wish for.
Thanks a lot, Coach, and good luck on Saturday night.
You guys are the best, man. Appreciate you all. Be healthy now. Stay safe.
Absolutely.
Thanks, sir.
That was Coach Davenport.
I did play for Coach Crum. I'm 1-0 under Coach Crum's tutelage.
People, I can never argue. I can never detract.
Yeah.
I just have to shake my head and agree with Steve every time he says. And here's the thing, people. Over time, he's getting very, very smooth with his. Oh yeah, when I played for Coach Crum, it was like me and Trez did this and this and that, and it's coming.
I dished it to Trez. I remember Coach Crum called the play, and I had it at the free throw line. And I remember I hit Trez coming down the wing, and for a dunk. I mean, and it did happen.
And he jumped really high.
Yeah, no.
I remember you talking about seeing something up close like that, and you've seen some dudes.
The closest I'd ever played against something like that, because like Jared Carter, that's cute. But James Lang was the closest I ever saw. I mean, he's the number 3 player in the country. He was bad, dude. He was committed to Louisville, but he ended up going pro. Yeah. But Trez, watching him come baseline. Okay, and I didn't even throw this pass. Phil Morrison hits him coming baseline, and I was about free throw line extended, and watching him go up, I was just like,
like on the court with him.
Awesome, man. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's why they pay him $50 million.
Yeah. And he's a role guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a role guy.
He literally did something I've never seen in my life.
I know.
And he's the 7th guy off the bench.
I was like, there's no way they play on 10-foot rims. There's no way they play on 10-foot rims. But anyway, so the point being, Coach knows I'm a heady guy, so I can make splash.
Last commercial
I can at least help him practice, right?
With Marcus. No, you can't. You would take you 6 months to be in shape enough to play 4 minutes.
I'm up for the challenge.
93.9 The Ville.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's Two for the Money, you have to maintain a certain image. That's hard to do when you're going bald. I needed to do something, and it needed to be done fast. Parsley Waldman's Hair Center came to the rescue. Louisville and the Midwest Premier Hair Treatment Center not only gave me my hair back, but my self-confidence as well. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can start your journey back to a full head of hair today. I can tell you firsthand, from the minute you walk in the door to the time you leave, you are treated as if you were in a 5-star hotel. And now that it's been a year since my surgery, I look back at pictures from a couple years ago. I don't even look like the same person. The procedure was an amazing success, and it has totally reframed my face. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out not only how affordable it is, but how you can get your hair back today. Visit hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com, and tell them Brandon Lang sent you.
When you are buying or selling a home, you have a ton of questions that need to be answered. Well, what if I could answer those questions with 3 simple words? Call Josh Jarbo. Josh specializes in residential real estate, getting buyers the home of their dreams and sellers top dollar for their home with the best negotiating skills in the industry. And if you tell him you heard about him right here, you'll receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. So contact Josh Jarbo today at 502-216-7590 or joshjarbo@remax.net.
U of L Health's expertise is now at more hospitals, medical centers, and physician practices, along with Brown Cancer Center and Fraser Rehab, making the impossible possible. That's the power of you. To learn more, visit uoflhealth.org.
Louisville basketball is back in action Saturday as the Cards take on Wisconsin. And for the most pre- and post-game coverage, keep it locked on ESPN Louisville. Join Marcus Maben for the Louisville basketball pregame show at 11 a.m. on 93.9 The Ville. Immediately after the game, be sure to catch our official postgame show with Ethan Moore around 2 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville. We're the first place in town that will take your calls and hear live from Chris Mack. If it's Louisville basketball, we talk about it here on ESPN Louisville.
If you thought you saw the last of the double cheeseburger pizza from Papa John's, think again, because it's back again. And now they're debuting the sequel as a papadilla, a quarter pound of beef, zesty burger sauce and pickles on crispy flatbread crust. Again, one more time. Get a large double cheeseburger pizza for just $12, or a new double cheeseburger papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Again. Not valid with discounts, fees, and taxes. Extra prices may vary.
Now that turning on the heat in your home is a common event, if you're not sure your heating system is ready for the winter months ahead, it may be time to call who we call at the station, DFH Company. Heating and cooling has been their family business since 1935. This month from DFH, you can get 18 months special financing on qualified Trane comfort systems from the DFH Company. It's hard to start up a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. You pay just $30 for a month's supply. And right now, get your first online doctor's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/real. That's right. Free, zero copay, no expensive appointments, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. Hims connects you to doctors online who can evaluate you and, if appropriate, prescribe your ED medication. And a pharmacy sends it right to your door. Hims makes it affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/real. That's forhims.com/real for your free online visit. forhims.com/real.
Baltimore Ravens football plays here on ESPN Louisville.
He takes the snap, back to pass. He rolls right. He's throwing down the field, and it is caught. Marquise Brown's got it, and he's going to go in for a touchdown.
Lamar Jackson and the Ravens return to M&T Stadium Sunday to take on the Jaguars. Pre-game coverage begins at 12:30 with kickoff at 1 on 93.9 The Ville. Ravens football on ESPN Louisville is presented by Liquor Bar, Body Armor Sports Drink, and Molly Malone St. Matthews, home of the Raven. Bellarmine basketball is on the air Saturday.
Gives to Penn, coming from right to left. Dillon down the lane, scores! What a foul! What a move! He's a whirling dervish here at Freedom Hall.
Join Doug Orme and Mark Bugg as the Knights take on Middle Tennessee State from historic Freedom Hall. Knights pregame coverage begins at 6:45 right here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app. If it's Bellarmine basketball, it plays on ESPN Louisville.
Here's what you missed on The Drive with Mark Ennis.
So when I was at George Mason, I was very nervous for our first home basketball game. And I had my buddy, he ended up being my big brother in the fraternity I was in for like 2 months. So we're talking and I'm super nervous. I got sweaty hands. I'm getting ready. I'm a freshman. And so he's like, well, why don't we just have a beer? And I'm like, I got a game. I got to go in like 30 minutes. He's like, well, it'd just be one beer. So I shotgunned a beer right before the game. And so I shotgunned a beer. I played really well, like really well. So I shotgunned a beer before every home game of my college career, all 4 years. of playing, and I was a redshirt.
Every home game.
Every home game before I left. Just because I was stuck on the routine. I played well that first game.
So you became basically like superstitious, almost like you'd be afraid to not do.
Exactly.
The Drive, weekdays 3 to 6 on 93.9 The Ville.
When you can't get to Double Dogs, bring Double Dogs to you. All you need to do is fetch and go. With choices like Black Angus burgers, wings tossed in homemade sauces, and dog bowl nachos. Double Dogs will make sure everyone in your family can enjoy their favorites. Now offering family-style dinner deals for a limited time. See our menu at www.doubledogs.biz and then give us a call to order. Come pick your order up curbside today at the Middletown Commons location. Take the night off and let Double Dogs do the cooking with Fetch and Go.
I'm Ethan Moore. And I'm Taylor Lynch. Check out Louisville Sports Live, the city's longest-running all-U of L sports talk show, every Wednesday at 6 o'clock right here on 93.9 The Ville.
All the best local and national guests talking all things Louisville football, basketball, and recruiting.
Every Wednesday at 6 right here on 93.9 The Ville. And follow us on Twitter at LVille Sports without an O live.
And check out the website, LouisvilleSportsLive.net. Go Cards.
Mark Ennis here telling you about my friends at Bosch Lawn Care. For the past few years, I've trusted Bosch Lawn Care with my yard maintenance at my house. That's mowing, weed eating, trimming bushes, cleaning mulch installation, and much more. Get yourself out of hours of work in the yard when you could be kicking back and enjoying time with your family and friends. Call 833-2GET-CUT. That's 833-243-8288 or visit them online at BoschLawnCare.com. Trust the lawn experts I trust. They're professional, affordable, Bosch Lawn Care.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
All right.
Trying to think, keep things interesting and exciting. Okay, so here's the problem. We do need a little bit of help from the fan base, the public opinion. And before I get there, temperature control is one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with that, then DFH Company is the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Inquire about their Mitsubishi Mini Split for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. We also like to send out a special thank you to Joe Ellis, Hot Chicken.
Oh, absolutely. We definitely would. And I'm going to pull it up because Phil sent one here that was a little, I don't know if it's the same one I have or not, but anyways. All right, there we go. Yeah, this one's a little more condensed here. Thanks to Joe Ellis' team for dropping off lunch to the ESPN Louisville studios. Grand opening giveaway event planned for Friday, December 18th.
The studio smells so great, people.
Oh, it does. I have a sandwich here. I've never really been a coleslaw fan, but here's the thing. I've been liking mayonnaise lately. I don't know. Charity keeps telling me, she's like, yeah, every 7 years your taste buds change.
I have heard that.
So I'm like, now I like mayonnaise and ketchup on my sandwiches. I don't know where it came from, but I enjoy it, and it's opened burgers back up to me.
You didn't like mayonnaise before?
No, I was a plain with cheese guy. Everything was plain with cheese. I was like,
I used to make fun of you, Steve, for having the most juvenile taste buds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, if you only knew.
Stephen Rummage, for the first year we hung out, people, I don't think he ever had anything other than chicken tenders.
Right.
Chicken tenders and Diet Coke. No matter where, people, When I tell you, it didn't matter where. I mean, reservations for a month. Chicken tenders.
Well, now he's upgraded to chicken tenders on a bun with
right,
coleslaw.
Listen,
With coleslaw.
Listen, we're in hibachi grill places.
Yeah.
Immaculate dining. Chicken tenders, please.
Well, I have a chicken tender rule, though, to be fair. I always, if you've never been to a place, I say you order chicken tenders. Because if a place can't make chicken tenders right, they can't make anything right. So it's like, I'm always like, I do that. But Joella's has a grand opening event. And even though during COVID restrictions, Joella Hot Chicken really wanted to reward its loyal fans by giving away free hot chicken for a year. That's $38,000 worth of free hot chicken that they're going to give away. When planning for this event Friday, we decided to change things up from the traditional folks lining up and camping out. Instead, they want to keep everybody safe and socially distanced, so they changed the giveaway to a drive-up event where everyone stays inside their car the entire time. They're giving away the vouchers to the first 100 adults in line in the cars. We just feel this is the right move right now for everyone's safety. So what do you win? That reward will be for being one of the first 100. Consist of 4 free meals per month, 48 total, to be redeemed only at the Clarksville location. Also, and remind me, Brian, I'll hit DraftKings on the way out today. Also, you know what else I want to give a shout out?
I'm listening.
Speed Wash Car Wash, man.
Did they get you together?
Speed Wash Car Wash. Well, here's the thing. I went and I went through the line because I was like, I'm going to try this out. I haven't tried it out yet. The girl there was very nice. So I bought a $10 a monthly $10 a month membership. You know what I'm saying? So I can now go there and I just pull up
every day.
Yeah, I pull up the little stickers on my car. I mean, you know, hey, if they want to upgrade that to a where it washes my wheels, that would be awesome.
Right.
But no, man, it is just so convenient. There's no line ever because it's just a it moves consistently.
Yeah.
So I just pull up.
Which
did you go to the Fern Creek one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's the one that my buddy runs.
It's
so if
awesome.
you go out there next time, ask for JP.
Okay.
JP, and he knows who you are, so he'll help you out. So.
Oh, dude, he was. I mean, I'm telling you, there's never. You know how when you go to a car wash, like especially on like a day, like after it snows and there's salt and stuff, you're like, okay, I'm gonna be waiting. There's no wait here. And if there is, it's a very, very short one because it's a consistent moving line. Like you pull up to the car wash, it takes your wheel and it just pulls you on through it, and then you're gone. It
takes
was
less than 5 minutes.
You guys talked about it, and I didn't know. And this is why I wanted to talk about it for a second, because it's one of those things where like we talk about, but I was the consumer here, and you guys talked about it. I'm like, that sounds cool. You know, $10 a month, go get a free car wash. Well, it's cool. You know, like, and then I did it, and I was like, no, this is why they love it.
Free vacuums.
Yes.
And they're powerful vacuums, so you don't have to worry about getting those weak, wimpy vacuums. They have the closed mouth vacuum, so you can really get down into the corners of your car.
You can't beat $10 a month, and you can literally go every day and wash your car.
Oh, it's awesome. And it's a good wash. It's a good wash, man. Like I was like, this is awesome.
I got a confession.
Okay.
I got to say this on air too again. And I need somebody to help me out on this one. Like last time I just threw it out there hoping something stuck, but knowing that who knows what's going to happen. But people, I need to know that somebody's listening that can fix my window. Listen, my window's off track. I have not been able to wash my car because my window is off track. I need somebody who works at a spot that can fix my window and get it back on track. The text line to this show is 3831-939 or 383-1939. Wait. 939. Yeah, 1939. Yeah, it sounds right. So I need to know where should I take my car to get it fixed for as little as possible, because it has to be fixed. I can't wash my car. I can't drive past I can't drive past 60 miles an hour without hearing a whistling. So I need somebody to send me a message. YouTube does something. No, it's one of those things like somebody's gonna have to open the door. It's not one of those you can't just shake it back on track like an old school, car or something. And I'm not gonna be in the cold pulling off my door panel. But I did to the texter. I did see people do it on YouTube, and it takes 20 minutes of somebody who knows what they're doing. I just don't.
I'm not trying to call out mechanics, but I'm with you. Like if you learn how to do some of the stuff on your engine yourself, you'll realize how quick and easy you can do it. These guys, I mean, they'll charge you $100 labor fee, and it takes them 15 minutes to do it.
I know. Only when you see it on YouTube do you realize, just like, come on, like you don't have to keep killing everybody for things like, look, they look at my window at the shop and they're like, ooh, man, that's off real good. You know what I'm saying? $50, $55, $85 for the analysis is going to cost you $215.96. Oh God, people, somebody help me out. Don't I help you out enough? Yeah, but that we'll get back to that one. So, Steve, what is the plan? What is the plan for Saturday?
As far as what?
Pre-game,
yeah,
game watch, studio.
I'm free Saturday. The wife took off down to Tennessee this morning, but she'll be back Saturday. So I'm good. I'm good to roll, man. We can knock out the pregame up here. We can look. I can go down. I can grab me some sushi. I can go old school. I can give me a crazy roll. Watch the Wisconsin game. Look, I'm here for it.
But Brian, Steve, we are 4-0.
We are
watching from our respective TVs.
Sure. But I will say the only caveat I have is I've watched from Tennessee and I've watched from Tennessee.
I didn't think about that.
And Kentucky, because I thought about that for the Western game. I was like,
and listen, and texters, like, please, like, if you have a suggestion, please text it in 502-3831-93.9. Please, any help would be greatly appreciated. So we're on for pregame show.
Yeah, I'm here for it, man.
Studio.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
Brian, who's going to be on the board for the pregame show? Do you have any idea?
Do not. I can try to look it up for you. I'm assuming it'll probably be Jack.
Mm-hmm. He's just the weekend board guy.
He's usually the nights and weekends guy now.
Jack just has to do all the dirty work.
Jack's in trouble, ain't he?
He showed up here yesterday, and when he walked in, I said, I can't believe you come in here, man. I was like, I can't believe you showed up in here, dude.
Zoom the pregame. No, we're going to be in here. The YouTube channel will have the pregame going. It'll be on the station.
Yeah.
Jack, ooh. He only came here because Andy's not here.
Oh, Andy and Drew. Because I think
he called first and asked?
They would have physically hurt him yesterday. And I jumped on Jack. I said, you let Nick Valvano take the fall for that, man. That's what I told him when he come in. I was like, I can't believe you let Nick Valvano take the fall for that pizza.
You had to tell him that.
Yeah. I told him right in front of Nick too. I was like, that
and what did Nicky say? Nicky didn't beat him up?
No, but Nick threw a couple F-bombs. I was like, dude, I said,
for those who don't know, people, Jack, like, it's a big thing. I've always been complaining about people's like general cleanliness around the office place, but maybe that's a me problem. But yesterday, Jack didn't push the trash down. He set a pizza box on top. Pizza box got the garlic sauce in it, got all the crap in it, the cheese. It falls over off the top of the trash can. You know something your kids would do, just sitting everything on top of everything instead of taking out the trash like they're supposed to.
I know.
It fell over, turned upside down, got on the carpet.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, Jack. So anyways, I went dad on him. I think everybody went dad on him at this point. I was like, Jack.
I was like,
should took that trash out.
And you should have took the fall instantly.
Yeah. But yeah, so okay, but yeah, if he's in here, but I will say I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. When the game starts, I'm shutting the door and locking it. So like,
what do you mean?
Whatever room me and you decide to watch the game in,
right.
I'm shutting the door and locking it.
So people can't come in, or
no. Yeah, it's just me and you.
I'm not doing social energy.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not here to hang out. I'm not here.
Right.
I'm here to watch the game. I'm doing the pregame, except Ethan. If Ethan comes in for the post game, because Ethan is doing post, so he probably will come in the second half.
Yep.
Ethan can watch a game with me. But Ethan's kind of odd too. Ethan's like us.
We're like Ethan during the game.
Yeah, because I've noticed. If you notice, when Ethan will come in when we've done a pregame and he's going to do a post game, he'll like go to another room. I'm like, I feel you know, hard feelings, man. I get you, man. Yeah.
But now that he learned, like, we are all kind of the same reactionary.
Oh yeah, no, I'm cut from the same cloth, man, on that. So yeah, but no, I'm here for it. I think it's going to be a post game or a pregame and a post game that people are going to be excited about, man. I do think people are locked in, and I think that's building as the days get closer.
Let's do this with our last home stretch of the show, Steve. Which recruit contributes earliest, and which recruit has the best impact over his career?
Okay.
At the University of Louisville.
Strebel actually asked me this yesterday on the show.
Football.
Mm-hmm. And I told him Louisville's at a spot right now with depth where 4 stars need to be able to come in and play.
Mm-hmm.
Cooley is going to get touches next year. Ben Perry's going to fight for a starting job next year, I believe, at the safety spot, right? Those two, it's the easy answer. Right behind them, I look at Brown, Craig, Gelada, Sorensen, and I'm saying, I need one of you guys to be able to come off the edge next year. Just one. I just need one. I need one
to be able to hold the point of attack or get to the
I like what Louisville's got. A lot of smoke about Tavares Peterson. Maybe back around next year. We'll see how that goes. Jermaine Johnson is going to be out there as a heavy target for Louisville. Now, him coming off the edge will be nice because he's a linebacker, but he puts his hand in the dirt a lot at Georgia. So I imagine Louisville will use him in that manner.
Right.
I need one of those 4. I think it's Brown, but I need one of those 4 to be able to add to coming off the edge. So that's kind of where I go with that. And if I went somewhere else, it would probably be one of 2 things. I wouldn't mind Huggins Bruce maybe being a guy that could contribute as a true freshman at a skill position, or one of my corners or one of my DBs, because some of the safeties, you know, a TJ Quinn, guys like that, Rance Connor, somebody to be able to kind of jump in there as a freshman and add some depth. I don't think any of those will be starter caliber guys, but a guy that can do kind of what Chandler Jones did for us. Now, best overall career. I forgot you asked that. Best overall career is tough.
This is a recruiting long shot.
That's tough.
Procrastination. Ridiculous question.
Yeah.
Like, I do understand there's
because like we're not even talking about guys like Michael Gonzalez on the O-line.
Right.
I mean, kid's built like a house.
Yeah, built to end up being a big time guy.
Yeah. That's a good question. That's a really good question. Who has the best career? That's tough. That's really tough. Because, I mean, there's guys like Jackson Hamilton we're not even talking about. Jackson Hamilton was one of the best linebackers in Tennessee this year. And we're not even talking about him.
I don't even have an answer for a question I asked you.
That one's brutal. Yeah, that one's brutal. Because, again, there's not a guy in this class that's like, okay, he's the stud. He's Perry and Cooley are really good guys, players, I think. But there's not I always tend to side with where they're from. So, I mean, a guy like Brown, I'm like, okay, I could see Brown growing into or maybe Hamilton might have been a Georgia guy. I'm sorry. I might have misspoke there. But, yeah, I mean, that's tough, man.
Jim Harbaugh praises new QB recruit.
Okay. Well, of course he does.
And they're talking about it on TV right now.
That's why. Look, that's why you don't fire Jim Harbaugh.
TJ Lewis is gonna be. He's gonna play some position on this team. It's not quarterback. After listening to Coach Satterfield,
I'm listening.
Said he's gonna. Yesterday, Satterfield, and this is one of my wild predictions, and it was one of those get it out of your head now moments. Yesterday during the press conference, Coach Satterfield was asked about TJ Lewis.
Okay.
He started complimenting his versatility almost before anything. Great person, hard worker, big time leader.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I believe he said 14 of the guys out of the recruiting class were captains. So it's important to have leadership, right?
Yep. Sorry, I'm just kind of scrolling through the class here.
Talking about the versatility of TJ Lewis made me think they're looking at him somewhere else. You know me, Steve.
Yeah.
When you put a quarterback eyeballs,
you raised the child that did it
on a defensive side.
Sure.
And he keeps those eyeballs. He knows how he's being manipulated by the offense. Look out for him turning into something.
Okay, and you're talking about TJ Lewis. TJ Lewis right now is 6'4", 186. So he is built like a guy.
I think he's bigger than that.
That could move.
He didn't play this year.
That could move.
He didn't play this year.
Who, TJ?
Yeah,
he did.
I think he didn't play.
No,
I think they schooled.
He played somewhere. He had some stats this year. Yeah,
there was one guy that didn't play. I thought it was TJ Lewis.
There might have been. Yeah,
but watch out for him. Watch out for him.
I like what you're saying there.
You know what I'm saying? Like but it sucks. So in my quarterback conversation, I do admit that.
Yeah, well, the quarterback conversation, no Louisville fans arguing that that's an issue.
Right.
That's an issue that's got to be fixed.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, nobody's arguing that.
Let me get to this.
That's good. That's good.
Frank, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
All right, gentlemen. Real quick take. First of all, thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely.
The good thing about this recruiting class is that this is all Satterfield, Brown, Coach Ledford. You know, they have filled their immediate needs. Now, my question is that with the T-Web situation, and I know you all talking about it right now. I think that when Malik is once he graduates or once he leaves, is there going to be a problem in us keeping a quarterback? Because Malik's been there for 3 years, so I'm thinking TJ Lewis is probably the person that him and Conley will probably be the mainstays. And then my last comment is, as far as UK is concerned, I would say a spear.
A spear. Okay.
Right. That's a dagger, Frank. I do appreciate
What if
the call.
Carolina is a spear and we're the jackhammer? Do the full Goldberg.
Right. Sweet Chin music was pretty awesome.
That was a good one.
The
Yeah,
build
you
up.
kind of tune it up. Yeah.
And here's the thing. Panic sells. Quarterback panic sells 10 times as much.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback is also, like I said, it's the most transferred position in football.
Yeah.
So worrying about a quarterback situation is, you're always worried about the quarterback situation at 90% of colleges.
Well, you're also, though, the quarterback position, you're one fix away. You're
Right.
one guy away
From having a completely different offense.
Yes. So that is something that you do like. And what I mean by that is, like Kentucky right now, for instance, their receiver room is terrible. I don't know. You fix that with one guy, one freshman, like you need to. I'm trying to think of a Louisville side, the Louisville's interior line. You're not just going to get one dude that changes everything. You need depth. You know what I'm saying there? Like, that's not something that you're going to be able to just change with landing. You can land a Ed Oliver and that can make a huge difference. But even with that, that's tough to one guy to consistently, you know, that's why there's an Ed Oliver. That's why you remember an Ed Oliver, you know. So I think the quarterback position, man, it's one land away. I don't know next year if we're going to get that guy. And I think that's what I said.
But
this,
you know, you're on the hunt.
I said this yesterday with James, and this is the one thing that worries me. It's not that we don't have the guy. It's that we don't even really foresee the guy yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Is it Wimset? I would like it to be, but I mean, right now, it doesn't look like that you're going to get him.
But you acknowledge it wasn't going to be T-Webb.
Well, I thought he had a shot. I don't expect guys to come in and be able to do it that early sometimes, you know? So there's the Duffy kid, but I don't love West Coast quarterbacks. But we'll see.
Why do you hate West Coast quarterbacks?
I just don't trust West Coast quarterbacks.
Just throwing it all around.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't trust them. I don't trust what they play, the style of football they play.
Growing up.
Yeah. So I'm not saying they can't be good. I just don't get overly excited about them. So yeah, I don't know. You know, it's one of those deals where I wish we had somebody that was floating out there, like you were like, oh,
but there is somebody that's screaming right now. But Malik Cunningham had led in efficiency, and he was second in yards, and it's like you're still like,
yeah.
But I know what you're saying. But
yeah, it's just you know, I don't know that he's the guy. I mean, now if he is, you got 3 more years with him if you want him.
Did coach change from how many guys he wants in the quarterback room? What number do you remember?
7.
Yesterday he said 4.
I think he said 7 to
that was when he first got to campus though. Like,
yeah, I think he said 7, where it was like, okay.
So, Coach, I don't know. Programs keep 7 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think
that's a lot of quarterbacks. Or you plan on getting a lot of quarterbacks hurt if you got 7.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, dude. Like, I mean, I feel you, but I think that was more of a hyperbole.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking. I need to find this. Okay. Real quick, I know we're coming up on the end, so I do want to remind people some things. I know it feels like that yesterday the Los Angeles Lakers were lifting the most coveted prize in basketball. Since then, we have introduced a new class of professional players through the draft and seen a few marquee names switch teams. Luckily for us sports fans, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is here to kick off the 2021 season with a no-brainer for all new customers and existing. If you haven't tried DraftKings Sportsbook yet, head to the App Store now because you don't want to miss this. And to celebrate the return of basketball, DraftKings Sportsbook is giving you a plus 75-point spread on the team of your choice for opening night. And that's free money, basically, because not many teams are going to get beat by 75, right? We all agree with that? That's right. All you have to do is bet any opening night game, and if your team doesn't lose by more than 75, you'll double your money. This Saturday, there will be an endless amount of action to get in on, so don't wait. Head to the app now. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable, making it easy for you to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code WLCL when you sign up and get a plus 75-point spread on opening night for a shot to double your money. That's code WLCL and a shot at doubling your money for an opening night game. Only for a limited time. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. You must be 21 or older. Indiana only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. They mentioned Saturday too. Saturday's a heck of a day for sports, man.
Yeah, listen, Coach Davenport reminded me how big it was.
I mean, you heard what Coach Davenport said, and Coach Davenport didn't even add in Notre Dame, ACC